Alright, I did it.
Hey,
Hey.
that didn't take too much longer.
I'm very happy that the Mariners sold out 3 games in a row and are most likely about to get swept.
That's funny.
Makes me very happy. Which I feel bad because I generally like them as a team, but their fans have been so annoying this year.
I don't want to say it, but I blame John Boyce.
I mean, that's part of it.
Which team has been grading recently?
The Mariners.
Mariners.
Because they got off to like a rough start, and then all of a sudden they went on this crazy win streak, and everyone's like, Mariners for the playoffs, baby! Astros, we're coming for you! And then the Astros came in and have been beating the shit out of them. Like, if it tells you anything, they went on a 14-game win streak, and they are still 12 games behind the Astros.
Ow.
Yikes. In the division. So, did not make up a ton of ground.
How are the White Sox doing?
They're
Poor.
good. They're a classic 500 baseball team. They'll win some games, then they'll lose some games. 500 baseball.
Yeah.
If they miss the playoffs this year, do you think that La Russa gets fired?
No, because the owner of the
Unfortunately,
team is
no.
an old fucking bastard.
Yeah.
He should be.
He's going
he
to
is
stay
like,
there until he dies.
like he is the biggest problem with the team, like bar none.
Yeah.
Every problem that the White Sox have, I think, can be directly traced back to just Tony La Russa's existence.
Makes
Well,
sense.
the injuries, maybe not so much, but unless Tony is running them over with his car.
I don't know. He has he also like the way he uses players is baffling. And I feel like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if like constantly starting and stopping guys contributes to injuries because they're not ever able to consistently work out or
Yeah. It's just annoying because them and the Guardians keep beating up on each other. But no one's ever
it's
actually
mostly
making
just the
ground.
Guardians beating on the White Sox.
I mean, Sox just won today.
They did, but I think their season series with them is like 4-14 or something stupid like that.
Yeah, they have Josh Naylor specifically, I think, is just burying them. I don't even bother talking about the Sox with Dad anymore because I just know it's gonna piss him off. Unless something cool happens, then I'll text him. But
I have transcended having opinions about the White Sox because I'm like, they're going to finish 500 and they're going to miss the playoffs. I accept this.
Or they're gonna barely squeak into the playoffs and get knocked out in the first round.
Yep. It doesn't matter. Sports are forfeit.
Yeah, well, at least you have another
Oh, hey, the second R0
team
showed up.
to root for moving forward.
It's true. The Columbus Blue Jackets, another historically excellent team. Oh no!
Well, they did one good thing.
It's true.
They've done some good
Which one
things
were
and
we
some
fighting?
horrible things.
The small one or the big one?
We were beating on the small one.
All right, let's swap then.
Oh, I've ridden. Ride me!
Anyway, I've returned.
Right, me. The mom got pissed that we're beating up on her son.
I mean, the size difference is substantial.
Yeah.
And we'll go them together then.
I do feel like they put these quests in here just to be like, hey, here's the small crown and the big crown. Just take it.
Yeah.
We'll die together.
There has to be one easy way to get small and large crowns. Like, it's not going to be for every monster, but it'll be for a few of them.
Like waiting to KO this thing until you're done. I guess is now.
That's right.
And it's
Double whammy.
no, small one shouldn't be leaving.
Oh, no, it
Running
isn't.
all over the damn place.
I thought it would just because it's been here for 5 minutes.
Yeah. It is very small.
It is very small.
I would like it to stand still for like a second.
Yeah, that would be nice. It is moving around quite a bit.
And its head is so fucking small, my Kinsect keeps missing it.
Yeah. Ooh, what does a gold wire bug do?
It gives you more parts when you attack a monster while riding
okay.
one.
Okay. So useless for me.
So, like, I probably should have grabbed that before riding the Arzuros, but, like, it's an Arzuros.
Yeah, same. But yeah.
probably don't
Oh, and have you turned off your fucking riding?
Yeah, Tim helped me get that set up the last time we played.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So now I won't automatically ride it if I attack it, and my radial menu is turned off.
Finally, you could play Monster Hunter.
Yeah, now I can play Monster Hunter officially.
I've been trying to KO this thing for so long that
It's gonna die
almost
first.
dead. Like, what is going on? Was it KO'd before I showed up?
I
That
don't
wouldn't really
think
make
so.
sense.
I don't remember that.
Gordon hasn't been here.
Oh.
I'm just gonna fight the entire thing with my Kinsect at this point.
Ow. Jeez, he punched me right in the face.
Bye. Wow.
Yeah,
what
see ya.
a waste of my effort.
Your waste.
You're a waste. Tim, Mom and Dad have Apple TV, right?
Yes.
Alright. I think I'm
Or
going to tell
something.
them to watch Ted Lasso, because I think they would really like it.
I think they've already watched it.
Oh, they have? Okay, I'll have to ask them about it.
Almost sure. I know Uncle Chris was like super into it, so he's recommended
Yeah.
it to them.
Ella got like a free 3-month thing of Apple TV, so we've been watching it.
I think that's the only
Yeah.
way people watch any shows on Apple TV. Like, people are like, okay,
Yeah.
3 months, that's enough time to watch Ted Lasso and Severance.
Exclusively
Severance.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Yeah, Severance
Severance
looks
is
pretty
good.
cool.
I've heard, like, everyone I talked to, once we told them we had a free thing or free trial of Apple TV, they're like, you have to watch Severance. I was like, all right.
Glad Severance is good because I really like
Allow me to
That
add my
guy
voice to the
was-
choir.
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott,
Oh,
and
God.
it's like, I think produced by Ben Stiller or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
Really? Wow.
Might be directed by
Yeah.
Ben Stiller.
Maybe, yeah.
But I watched Severance and it's pretty solid.
Sweet. Yeah,
Now,
we'll have
I
to watch
only
it.
learned
Very Twilight
today,
Zone-y.
after a lot of people talking about Severance and how good it is, I literally only learned today that it's not, like, just an office show.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
it's like, apparently,
You thought
Is it
people were
kind of-
freaking out about like a shitty office drama?
Yes, like, literally, yes. I don't fucking trust,
Okay.
like, the mainstream's opinion on media. It doesn't
Sure, you
align
can
with
call
mine
it a
oftentimes.
psychological thriller?
Yeah, psychological thriller, kind of science fiction-y.
Yeah, okay. That's the description I've kind of, the vibe I've gotten from it.
I would call it something like a corporate thriller, even.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it is definitely not just like an office show.
Yeah.
Well, okay then.
It's not The Office starring Adam Scott.
No.
The Office would have been better if Adam Scott was in it.
It would have.
And
But
it's
then
called
That's
Parks
called
and Rec.
Parks and Rec, and
I
it
was
is a
gonna
better
say,
show.
yeah, Parks and Rec
Yeah.
would be a better show.
Because
Didn't
Adam
rely
Scott is
on-
probably the Jim of Parks and Rec, and he is a far better character.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like Parks and Rec doesn't rely on just like being shitty to people to be funny.
Right.
That's kind of
What,
like the whole
you're telling me
crux of The Office.
You're telling me that cringe comedy is bad? What?
Oh, God.
I don't
yeah.
know, people really
I
like
actually-
Nathan For You.
I have a student who's 17, and I was talking to her about. She was telling me some of the stuff she's been watching or whatever. And she said she started to watch The Office, and I'm like, "Oh, what do you think of that?" I'm like, was like genuinely interested to hear a modern high schooler's opinion of it, and she's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it kind of sucks. She's like, it's not very funny at all, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, you're correct.
Yeah.
I think Fringe comedy's fallen out of favor pretty bad recently.
Oh
it
yeah,
has,
absolutely.
Well, and just The Office itself just did not age well.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like comedy television rarely ages very well, and
Yeah.
The Office just got hit even harder by it, I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, there are definitely some funny parts of it, but I feel like you just have to wade through a ton of cringe to get there.
Yeah, I mean, when I watched in grad school, I think I remember kind of tallying how many times I laughed. And I think like the grand series total was probably like 2 or 3, with a lot of just like very, very small chuckles in between.
Yeah, a nose exhale.
Exactly, yeah.
I really like the idea of just how, like, over the seasons, Jim and Dwight, like, became actual friends to an extent. I really like the image of them holding a sign that says 0 days since our last nonsense.
Mm-hmm. I mean, those were usually the funniest parts of the episode, was like Dwight and Jim being dumb with each other.
To a degree. Like, once it became, like an equal exchange, and they were, like, both in on the jokes they were doing, instead of just, you fucking Dwight, are you Dwight?
Yeah. Just Jim actually, like, being a bully.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm on episode 8 of Arcane, so I'm almost done.
Oh, you've been watching more?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good show.
Yeah. Every time
Sure.
I, like, check in on the video, I'm like, you know what? I need to keep watching Arcane.
I know, you watched like a couple and then you stopped for a while, but I understand how media consumption can work sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like it's nice because it kind of goes in arcs that you can, like, watch 3 episodes and be like, okay, I'll take a break and come back.
Yeah.
But ever since I got through, like, episodes 6 and 7, I was like, all right, I need to finish this.
Mhm.
It's really good.
Yeah, it
So
definitely starts to get more and more like you want to figure out what's going to happen to everyone.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
So
what?
can I talk?
Go on.
Or-
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
I was asking what.
Yeah, so I haven't been able to like acquire an antenna yet, but while I was home, I found my old box sets of XFiles.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
Oh,
I own like
nice.
I own like the first like 5 or 6 seasons of it on DVD, and so
Well,
I may start watching the show again.
That's pretty much the extent to which it's good, from what I've heard, right?
Yeah, largely. So I am going to start off on XFiles again.
I saw that
Yeah, I
too.
was just
Started up
telling
on.
Chris,
Yeah.
yeah, that we were trying to watch X-Files one night at 10 a.m. on Comet TV or whatever, and forgot about the concept of rain interrupting antenna signal
Oh, yeah, that's
because
right.
television. So it was like unwatchable, and we were like, you know what, fuck it, and we pulled it up on whatever it's on, Hulu or Prime
Yeah,
or
whatever.
something.
Should I also
Sure.
just start watching X-Files along with you guys if you're going to be watching the X-Files?
Yeah, let's do it.
I
Let's all
mean,
commit to
I don't know
watching
if I'll watch
X-Files.
Like, we watched the first 3, I think, that way, and I've seen a lot of the episodes of season 3. But yeah, I mean, you could.
Do they kind of do, like, a monster of the week with, like, an overarching
Yeah.
story? Okay.
In the first season, the 3rd episode is like the first monster of the week one, I think, and it'll
Is that the
keep on.
Jersey Devil or Edward Toombs? Which one is that?
That's the that's the Tombs
Tombs.
one. It's
That
really
was pretty good.
spooky.
I think
Yeah.
it's a really solid start to the Monster of the Week stuff.
And it's the freaky guy from the Green Mile, like, you know, the guy who
Oh, yeah, the asshole.
Yeah, the asshole who gets invaded with cancer or whatever.
Yeah.
Cancer evil. There's a lot going on in that film.
Yeah.
But yeah, I read that there's like a follow-up episode to that or something.
It is one of the only sequel episodes they did, but there's a follow-up
Very
to Edward
odd.
Toombs. Well, I think they're both in the
It's-
first season.
They are, yeah, which is also odd. Like you'd think they would do a follow-up in a following season.
I think they were just kind of like figured like, oh, we're gonna be doing a bunch of like follow-up episodes, and then they realized that like, maybe not.
Yeah.
But yeah, that first season is interesting because like it's got a lot of like misses, but it's got a lot of hits.
Mm.
Where like I think they kind of stopped taking risks later on, and they also got like a budget.
Right. So it was all about the overarching yada yada.
Well, but even like the Monster of the Week ones, a lot of them are kind of more like, all right, this feels like X-Files, as opposed to like, well, one of the first season episodes is like Space Ghost, and it looks like a bedsheet ghost they use.
That's very good.
It's not a very good episode, but like they mentioned like a guy got like haunted by like ghosts in space or something. I don't remember the details, and they show him being like accosted by like again like a bedsheet ghost. It's great.
I'm the box ghost.
I think when they had like the 4th of July marathon all day, we popped in on some episodes, and I think they were like season 6 episodes, and Mulder was like insane, and Scully was like in Africa researching a UFO or something, and there was like multiple episodes in a row of just that, and I was like, okay, this is
Season 6
like fine, but it's like a little boring, I guess.
Season 6 is generally people accept that they kind of lost the plot on their overarching stuff. People still like the Monster of the Week episodes at that point, but
Okay.
the mythos is when it starts kind of getting weird.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and keep putting up key quests
Okay.
that aren't bugs.
Bugs or crabs.
I'll take bug crabs.
Take bug crabs for 500, Alex.
It's just a Yaku. Just let me join it. You can load it in like it's probably like 1 megabyte. It's such a small guy.
It's among the smaller guys.
Oh, I should.
Boy.
There we go. Keep forgetting I'm the one that's putting up the quests, and I can't say I'm ready up because I'll just depart.
Oh yeah. We'll become the departed.
The departed. Did you guys see the new trailer for the new Black Panther movie?
Yes,
Mhm.
I think it
No.
looks good.
Yeah,
It does look good.
I feel like it's. I mean, they did an insanely good job with the trailer. I'm excited. It's probably one of the few Marvel movies I'm actually going to go out of my way to see, because it's like I really liked the first one, and it's just a bummer that obviously Chadwick's not going to be in it. But
I genuinely liked the first one, and it really felt like a very cool cultural moment.
yeah,
Yeah.
So it makes it all the more depressing what ended up happening. But
I know.
Yeah. It's probably like the most like overall like culturally important Marvel's been. Just
Oh
Mhm.
yeah,
because like say what you will about their movies, and they definitely took a while to get to like this one, but this is the biggest like black blockbuster in existence, which is
yeah, exactly.
And I think
I mean, I was gonna say, like, I feel like people say shit about movies all the time. That's like, this is a huge cultural moment, but that one, like, actually was.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't some Hollywood bullshit.
mm-hmm. It was like, yeah, it was just like it was cool. It was made by a black
meaningful.
director. It was like
Mhm.
majority black cast. Like
it's like
yeah.
it's like literally only Martin Freeman and Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis, yeah,
Right.
That's the other guy.
Yeah, and I think, like, it went a long way towards shifting the paradigm in Hollywood to like actually realizing they could make money on non-white led movies.
Yeah.
Finally, took fucking long enough, but
For how many years?
but yeah, I am concerned who the hell Black Panther is going to be, because God, do I not want it to be Shuri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't make sense from what I know with the comics either, I guess. But
I've heard some rumors that they're gonna. Well, I don't know. It's basically just conjecture, so I have no idea where they got the information from. But there's been a lot of speculation that Michael B. Jordan's gonna be brought back.
yeah, I
Interesting.
feel like I
Right.
heard stuff like that early on, but
But I also have no idea the credibility of that.
what weird, stupid juju magic are they going to do to bring him, like, back to be Black Panther? Like, that's so
I know.
extra.
Well, and especially the way his character
make him a
arc
variant.
ended in the movie, like it would feel kind of cheap to bring him back like that.
Yeah.
Jordan, do you mean like in like the multiverse
Cool.
sense?
Yeah, it's
Yeah. It's
I don't know,
They've
like-
they've super
they
opened
are
up the
in the
multiverse
multiverse.
door.
Saga or whatever. Yeah.
just make him a slightly less evil version of Killmonger.
I did not
Or
know.
or even Killmonger, like he was Killmonger, but in his universe he like super got reformed, blah blah blah. Like
Yeah.
actually earned the mantle Black Panther.
I'm not-
I mean, I would certainly be cool with Michael B. Jordan in the role, because he was great in the original movie, even
Yeah.
though he
Yeah.
wasn't actually Black Panther. Certainly one of the more believably compelling Marvel villains.
Yeah.
What you
Actually
don't
has,
like?
flaws.
You don't like Jeff Bridges playing a dark version of the hero?
I also, just based on how well done Black Panther was done, I trust Ryan Coogler. Is his first name Ryan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I trust him to get Namor right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, who is-
in the movie?
Who is what, like Aquaman?
Basically, yeah. He
kinda.
might predate Aquaman, but basically,
He's Aquaman if Aquaman were a dick.
yeah. Like he is
Yeah,
like
'cause-
big anti-hero energy. Like he almost always does do the right thing, but God, he fucking hates every single person he's agreeing with.
Well, and he's a world leader and acts like it.
Yeah.
Where like he's just like, yeah, I'm not super concerned if a bunch of like people die because the ocean floods. That's what the ocean does sometimes.
Yeah.
I also think it is a shame, obviously, for all of the other reasons that Chadwick Boseman passed. But it would have been very like Namor and T'Challa butt heads a lot.
Yeah,
and,
I
like
was
it's
reading that they had history.
and a lot of it is just like it's like some of the best stuff with Fate Zero, where it's like leaders discussing like why they think their style is better than like their rivals. It's a lot of that.
A lot of ideology getting thrown against each other.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's also the fact that he has a long history with the Fantastic Four,
Yep.
where he is constantly trying to steal Reed's wife.
He does. He does want to fuck Susan Storm.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty into him too. It's definitely not.
She
like,
is
it
very
can-
into him, but she's always just
Yeah.
like, but my husband.
He's,
Oh,
he's the
God.
smartest man in the earth.
But I've seen the suggestion that they absolutely need Namor to cuck Reed Richards whenever Reed Richards eventually makes it onto screen.
Introduce Susan Storm first, so that Reed Richards could be cucked.
Yeah, like obviously, like it needs to be. You need to be careful about it
And
because
it needs to be Jim from The Office.
yeah,
Please.
I want him cucked immediately.
Make his real life wife play the Invisible Woman.
Yeah. Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
She'd probably be a good one,
oh yeah, honestly.
ironically.
But no, it is. I have this weird idea that is never going to happen, but I like the sound of it a lot. Where like the Fantastic Four is kind of a soap opera in a lot of ways.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
Like you're reading those comics, and what I thought is a 5-day-a-week soap opera that just runs for like a year or something. of the Fantastic Four. Marvel should do that.
They need to play with genre way more.
Yeah, and so it's just a straight up soap opera, and they like never fight villains or anything. It's just Johnny and Ben just arguing like teenagers.
Now, I do think that they should fight villains because I do think that's kind of core to the Fantastic Four. Is that
they should fight villains a little bit, but there should be just as much of the soap opera spent with the villains in private.
Because the comics do largely spend like an equal amount of time with like their family dynamic as they do with like being superheroes. That's the thing about the Fantastic Four that is interesting. They are a family not because they are superheroes. They just were a family.
Yeah.
So that's my
I will
idea.
admit, I saw like the lineup for whatever phase 4, 5, 6, yada yada, and I was like, oh, some of these sound interesting, and I'm like, oh, like 80% of them are television shows, and therefore I don't give a shit.
And a lot of them were who cares about Agatha Harkness? Like, and that's a spin-off of a spin-off
there's gonna be an Agatha show?
Yes.
Jesus. Great. It's her.
It's
all along.
I have to admit, I kind of like how like comic booky this fucking thing is becoming, where it's just like spin-offs of spin-offs.
It certainly is.
But it's
but
bad.
That's
it's
not
bad.
what I liked about it. That's for sure.
Well, it's bad because it makes like bad content and bad
and it is alienating to the people who
just
just want to watch movies.
Yeah, and it's like obviously had like a not great effect on like our culture as a whole. However, I am kind of it's kind of funny to me that it is now like very comic booky.
Yeah, it is like the most comic book version of like filmmaking that you could possibly get. Is having like 800 things running at the same time and being like different genres and different like formats and all that.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of like
She-Hulk starts in a few weeks.
We've got some magic stuff. Let's go pop in with Doctor Strange, which is just a very comic book thing where it's just like we need Doctor Strange to make a cameo. Let's have Spider-Man have like encounter magic and have to go talk to Doctor Strange.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm wondering when they're going to introduce like the whole Madam Web arcs of Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, the question is, I mean, depends on what Sony does, right? Like.
Yeah, that's true.
Now Spider-Man is in a weird, like, he was in a weird limbo before, but now that he's popular, he's in an even weirder one. Or, like, the new iteration, that is.
People love Tom Holland.
Now, like, people love the new Spider-Man, so they can't exactly stop making them, but they're still in a bind with the rights and everything.
Well, and especially Sony is trying to do kind of their own Spider-Man verse.
The Morbiverse!
The Morbiverse, pretty much.
What is it, the Venomverse?
The Morbius Cinematic Universe. The real
Venom
MCU.
doesn't get that honor.
I heard that they're making a Blade.
There is going to be Blade and Ironheart are coming out around the same time, and I'm excited for both of those.
Blade is Disney, right?
Yeah, because it's Marvel, so it'll probably. I don't think Blade is owned by anyone else specifically.
Morbius was also Marvel.
Oh, that's true. Is Morbius owned by Sony?
No,
Morbius is owned by Sony.
He's a Spider-Man guy.
Oh. Oh, right. That's right.
But Blade is a vampire guy, but not owned by Sony, so they can't use Blade.
Right.
The vampire.
Yeah. Morbius, the living vampire.
The Marvel vampire.
It's okay if they called him the living vampire.
No, you make a point of saying his full given name every time.
Yeah.
He's the living vampire.
I was also going to say...
in that panel in the comic, he was literally like, I am a living vampire.
An erstwhile living vampire.
Yep.
I was also going to say back when we were...
erstwhile, it's good.
When we were Black Panther focused,
that
like... Black Panther is like the last Marvel thing coming out this year, and it's coming out in November, and like the next one after that isn't for like 2 or 3 more months. Like Black Panther is like it is its own thing. It is not getting like thrown in the summer cluster where it's just Marvel movies are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean it made
It'll
like
give it its time in the sun.
Yeah,
didn't it make like?
It made.
I don't want to overestimate it, but it was like billions of dollars.
It made over $1 billion. Yeah.
When it finished, it was the 9th highest grossing film of all time.
That was
Black
a huge
Panther.
cultural moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Panther, the first one.
Is he in the second one?
No.
1.3 billion. Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It was like by far the biggest standalone. And
That was
it
before-
still has to be, right?
Probably. That was before Marvel movies were like guaranteed to make $1 billion. Like where
Yeah.
few
Because
of
that
them were
came
still
out
like.
before both Infinity War and Endgame, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh, it had to have,
Was he-
yeah, because Black Panther was in both of those.
Well, yes, eventually in both of them.
Yeah. Because he got Thanos snapped.
oh yeah, I think the thing on this next phase map that was shown at Comic-Con that is most disappointing to me is that Secret Invasion is going to be a Disney Plus thing.
Oh, okay.
So I saw Secret Wars as the Avengers thing, and I remember you saying something about that being actually terrible. Is that correct?
Wait, Avengers Secret? What were? Oh yeah, what are the two Avengers things? Because
One is Secret Wars, and one is like some Asian sounding name, which I assume is Shang-Chi related, maybe?
let's see what these.
Kang? Something about Kang?
Oh, King the Conqueror.
Oh, the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
Liu Kang?
Yeah, Kang
No,
was
King.
Kang was introduced at the end of Loki, which is like a very mediocre show, but whatever. Which means it's probably still my second favorite Disney Plus show from them. But but he's like longtime big Avengers villain. And then I guess Secret Wars November 2025, which the lead into the modern Secret Wars I really really love. But I was disappointed to learn that Secret Wars was just smashing all of your comic book characters together.
Yeah.
But the two times there was a Secret Wars in the 80s and one in like 2012 or so, and both times it's like leads to a big reset. So hopefully once Secret Wars the movie happens, it's like, okay, we're paring things down, we're maybe bringing like getting rid of people who have been here for decades now and just starting with new versions of that character.
It really is like, if Chris Hemsworth still has it in him, like good for him, I guess. But like 4 Thor movies and all, like I think we looked it up, Haley and I. He has been in 8 MCU movies.
It's a
yeah.
lot.
I'm like, that is a lot of fucking
lot.
films to be in. I'm
You
like,
said you
when is
guys
that guy
liked
gonna call
the,
it quits?
You liked the new Thor movie?
Yeah.
Yes,
It was good.
I enjoyed it. It was different than I expected, but I enjoyed it nonetheless.
Nice.
Mhm.
Would you say, because you guys liked Ragnarok too, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Would
Ragnarok
you say
is
it's
one of
on
the-
par or better? Or worse?
I would say it's a little below it for me personally.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it was quite as like. I mean, Ragnarok was kind of a big like, oh wow, they're actually being funny and this is like really fun to watch. kind of
It's
Like we're
moments,
just having
especially for
fun
Thor.
with this.
it's mostly
So,
just
like,
like
it still kind of maintained that energy, but it didn't feel as like original anymore.
Oh, okay.
and it's just like I don't know, like Ragnarok is like top 3 Marvel anything movie or show for me, so like
Yeah.
even if I enjoy Love and Thunder, it was hard pressed to rival.
Mm-hmm. Holy shit! It's already made $500 million.
Love and Thunder has.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Doesn't that feel a little slow though? It's been out for like 3 weeks now.
Has it been 3?
Do they usually make that much money that quickly?
I
I guess so, right? That's where
2
it's
full
usually
weeks.
most
2 full
popular.
weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's almost
I mean-
at 100 million worldwide.
Endgame first week box office. Okay, so Endgame
What you do over there?
made 473 million in its first week. So I
Wow.
mean, like 500 million in 2 weeks for a standalone doesn't seem too bad.
I suppose not.
And I'm sure
There's another one.
it already made back its budget.
Yeah, it basically doubled its budget already.
Though that probably means it barely scraped past its ad.
Oh yeah, the ad. Yeah, I always forget that they don't include the cost for advertising in there. So I have an urgent quest. Do we want to do that or just do another?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
we gotta get you out of one. These monsters are too big.
It's just a Tetranodon. They're too BB. Eat real quick.
Yeah, I gotta eat in real life.
Yeah, I should also eat in real life soon. Oh wow, it's pouring here, isn't it?
Oh, it's not pouring by me. I've gotten some good thunder, and I have my windows open because it's dark, and I'm like, give me the rain. But I'm not getting the rain yet.
Yeah, the past 2 days have been real nice. I like the overcast and showery days.
Yeah,
we haven't gotten too many of them recently.
Getting baked alive in the sun.
Let's see if this Tetranodon has a chance to stand up.
Oh yeah, Christian Bale is in this one.
He is Gore the Godslayer. A character who apparently Jordan did not care for.
I liked Gore. I actually kind of want to talk about that comic because I read the first 11 issues of that, which is the Gore stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what I want to say is, I think it started really strong. I like the first 5 or 6 issues where he's kind of unraveling the Gore stuff. And...
Yes, that is the best part by far, I think.
But when it became or go on.
No, go ahead. It's you.
Yeah, but when it just I wasn't as crazy about how it ended, where it was just some weird battle on some distant planet, and just gotta beat him before he sets off the God Bomb. Although I did the God Bomb was pretty fun, I say.
The God Bomb was good.
I kept saying the word God Bomb, and it's just this is there was a certain level of ridiculous comic nonsense that I enjoyed a lot about it.
Yeah,
but
something
I think I'll say something and then you say something. Okay?
Yes.
I think I would have liked the Gore stuff a lot better if it had been spread out a bit more. If they had 5 more issues maybe to kind of deal with the build-up, or even done had Thor just kind of do some non-Gore stuff where Gore was kind of hanging in the background.
If Gore was just sprinkled in as a build-up to...
Yes. I think it would have been better if he had been kind of the overarching villain of the whole 25 issue run, but maybe not always concentrating on him.
Oh, sure, because in the after the Gore stuff, there are just one-off things in that run,
yeah.
So it should have been more of that. That's
more
fair.
Gore.
I also conflated. Do you care about just spoilers for the rest of that 25 issue run?
No, it's fine.
Okay, because I conflated how the Gore stuff ends with so you know how there's it takes place across 3 arcs. There's young Thor, our Thor, old Thor. Old Thor has a bit where he's fighting Galactus, where Galactus is hey, all life on Earth is gone, essentially. Humans don't live on Earth anymore. It's thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of years in the future. I'm finally going to eat fucking Earth. And old Thor says, you're not doing this. Midgard is still important to me. And he fights Galactus just one-on-one as Earth is falling apart. And I think it's a really good bit. And I wish that Gore was kind of a little bit of that and a little bit less God Bomb on a random planet.
Yeah. It felt kind of a weirdly impersonal end to a character that was really compelling.
Yeah, but overall the Gore stuff is very compelling and interesting and
yeah, and I do really like Gore. Gore's my favorite part of that whole thing. It's just I don't necessarily love how they finish it out.
Yeah, my favorite part was by far Thor learning what was happening and becoming just extremely uncomfortable.
Yes. Anyway, were you saying something, Tim?
Oh, I don't think so. How what was Gore's personality like in the comics? Would you say it was comparable to Christian Bale's performance? Chris?
Jordan, can you go ahead and, since it's been a month or 2 since I read this, can you just give me a refresher on how he was in the comic? It's
kind of sadistically cruel about the gods, but with there's a certain amount of buried you can kind of understand where he's coming from. and there is like in theory like compassion for those like the little guy, those ones who have been like overlooked by the gods. But
yes,
it doesn't necessarily always come out.
I wish that came out a little bit more too in the movie. I think because like his whole thing is like he was personally abandoned, and like he saw the horrible things that Faith did to like his people, and he doesn't want that to happen anymore, which is why he's killing all of the gods. And like, yes, he is like an insane villain, but he doesn't make bad points about like gods who exist in the Marvel universe. Gods don't answer prayers.
Yeah, and it seems to be that there's this idea where like he's got like there's something to what he's saying, but a lot of the time like he ends up doing more harm to like individual people because he's kind of obsessed with being like just a real piece of shit.
Yeah, like there's a small bit where like Thor comes across a planet that doesn't have any gods, and so he steps in to try and help them.
Yeah, and like the idea is that these people are dying because Gore killed all their gods, but it's like his cruelty often overrides his compassion, and I think that's part of what makes him like a villainous character, is that there's a certain element in there that's like you can see why this guy could have used his powers for good and been like really helpful, but he chose to
just refuses to.
Yeah, and he chose to be cruel instead of kind.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so that I'd say that kind of tracks with the vibe of him in the film, even if it obviously doesn't have enough time to really explore him
because it's a movie. Like this is something that I wouldn't have minded being an arc that I wouldn't have minded be a television show. Like I feel like 6 episodes with it, where like you give a little more time to like who Gore is, a little bit more like Detective Thor stuff. But also, I don't know, I still enjoyed the movie even if it was a different take.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm glad you guys liked it.
Also, his name is Gore the God Butcher, and they keep calling him Gore the God Butcher, and it's great.
Yes. Well, because that's what he
there's
does.
that.
Like there is a time, like one of the best bits that I have talked about before is just I'm on it. There's a Ludroth right there. Okay. Is like one of the first acts of butchering that Thor stumbles across that like everyone else has just ignored is like literal gods hung up on butcher's hooks like meat. Like, yeah, he's a butcher.
Ooh. Oh, bye, Jordan.
He's dead. Gore got him.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
got by Gore.
Got by Gore.
You got Gore McGollop.
We got Gore. Aw. I bet Jordan had something to say about that.
I also bet.
Bet.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. He's dead now.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Gore got him.
He's back.
Gorma got him. Gorma got him.
Gore McGollop.
Gore McGollop.
Gorma got him, the God Butcher.
Yes. So what were you saying, Chris?
I was just talking about when Thor finds the gods who everyone just thought pieced out a while ago, and they're hung up on literal butcher's hooks.
Yeah. Yeah, because kind of the idea with Gore is that, like, he's driven by revenge, and so he is often pretty excessive.
But, like, his fanaticism charges him to take revenge on gods who have, like, may not be guilty at all. Like, how does he know?
Yeah.
Also, it is genocide. Can't stress that enough.
Yeah,
It's like Scar from Full Metal Alchemist, but with gods instead of alchemists.
You know, right. not a bad analogy, I think.
Who just kind of kills anyone in that classification willy-nilly, even if they haven't done anything.
Yeah.
I was going to say, though, he did not get genocide committed against him, I don't think.
No.
Well, I mean, you could argue that the negligence of his gods did wipe out his people.
I suppose, but it was pretty intentional on the part of
and Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yes, 100%. No, Scar is Scar has a better reason to be mad.
He's a
Yeah.
more literal
Mm-hmm.
kind of guy.
A more tragic character and less of a villain who's just like a little compelling.
Yeah. Oh, the Hermitars.
That crab was in him.
Yeah. They were just making out.
Hot.
Ow.
My friend Jariel joined the
Shot me
lobby.
with his ass blazer.
Oh, I
I gotta get back to some
couldn't
Star
tell
Wars.
exactly what was going on in that exchange.
Yeah, there was a lot happening. I got shot with an ass
Oh!
blazer.
Really?
Oh!
Really?
Bye, Tim.
Fucking ass.
I'm out.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna screen record that because it was just very visually good. You standing right beside me, just
Running
leaving
away.
instead of helping.
This
I'll
guy's
probably
much
just
more
sit this out and let you
agile.
guys finish it.
No, I think you could join in time.
Yeah, he's not blue yet, so.
No. Alright.
It's true.
These guys are just fighting on their own next to us.
Yeah, there's a lot.
This is one of the more clusterfuck. Oh no,
Oh.
they're gone. Okay.
Everyone came.
Yeah.
Did you? Was it good for you?
Okay.
That was good for you. Why didn't you look at me during?
Can't believe
Boy.
that guy's coming to my place of work on 9/11.
Yeah,
9/11.
On
9/11
yeah.
Ninja Sex Party at the Schrott Center.
Alright.
I'm
There
going to have a good time at that show. I think.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a good one.
Why was
Really
there
cool.
so much stagger on your poke? Yeah,
It's an all acoustic
9/11.
show. It should be cool.
Do you get an extra ticket for that?
I could get comp tickets for you if you want.
I mean, like, I don't see why I wouldn't go to that.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
just got to ask someone. Just send an email and be like, hey,
Hey,
hey. And
Daniel
then
Abbott Daniel in the flesh.
they know what I mean. That guy's supposed to be tall, right?
Yeah, he's like
I think
6'2",
so.
6'3".
Hey,
You did it, Jordan.
I got here just in time.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Now watch, your game is gonna fucking kick you out as soon as you get here.
Well, at least
Yeah.
I'll be able to get the corpse.
Man, I'm getting a lot of flood sacks.
I got thick hide.
I got 3 flood sacks.
I got 2 flood sacks and 1 great beak.
Give me that beak, beak, beak. Give me that beak, beak, beak.
See what I got.
I want my beak go back, beak go back. Beak
Do
go
any of
back,
you
beak go
have
back.
like desk
Carpet?
stands on your monitor, on your desk for your monitor to clear up space?
I don't have a monitor.
And neither does Owen.
Yeah.
Desk stands?
And Tim, you have an iMac, so I'm guessing
Like, what are you referring to?
like just a little stand to put your monitor on, so you can like clear up space on your actual desk, put things
Yes.
under that.
Yeah, my iMac is elevated above my desk for things to be put under it, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, because I just started thinking, oh, it might be nice to get one of those, but like, all of them either don't fit the dimensions of my monitor's feet, or they're very expensive. I'm like,
Yeah, my
I don't-
desk came with that.
I'm
I
like,
bought it because of it.
I don't want to.
Hey, I got rewards.
Nice.
Hey. Come on, Elgato wants to talk to me.
Oh,
You did it. Great
an
job.
Elgato.
Wow, a buddy ticket. I only have 800 of those.
Quests from Camera.
How many buddy
You
tickets do
want-
I have?
I actually don't know how many I have, but they hand them to me, and I have no idea what they're supposed to accomplish.
Oh, okay, so that just opened up more. What's it called? Quest.
Oh, right. That's like the mid HR or MR1.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I only have 47 buddy tickets, which is kind of surprising. So they must be used for something.
Where are the buddy tickets?
Yeah, so you probably have to do, I think, 2 more key quests, and then you'll get the
actual urgent quest.
MR2 urgent. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where these buddy tickets are, because I thought you could use them for melding, but I'm not seeing them.
No, you can't. You should be able to.
You should be able to. I think I'm gonna eat food.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah,
You guys want to go
eat food.
eat humans?
Yeah.
Real life eat food.
I've
been here for 3.5 hours with Tim.
Yeah. Yeah, we could call it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's probably a good time.
My condolences to Jordan on the internet.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You did manage to at least get most of the stuff you needed.
Yeah.
I'm here for another week, and then I'm back in Indy where my internet is mostly fine.
Nice. I endorse this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
Neat.